Hi, I'm Shannon, the Quality Control Director and Barista Trainer here at Stone Creek Coffee. And today I am going to take you through the steps on how to brew cold brew coffee. So if you've ever tasted Stone Creek Coffee's cold brew coffee, it's very delicious. And it's so good that I decided to experiment at home and figure out a recipe so I could recreate our cold brew coffee at home. So on the table here we have everything that we need. First, we have the directions and the ingredients list for how to create cold brew iced coffee. We have a ½ pound of summer blend, which is ground for a French press. So that is a coarse grind. I'm not sure if you can actually see how the grounds look inside this bag.
At the store, they can grind it for you.
Yes, you can get it ground at the store. We have an empty 1-gallon pitcher. And then we have a 1-gallon pitcher filled with cold filtered water. And then we also have unbleached cheesecloth that you can get at your local health food store, or if unbleached is unavailable, you can always buy the conventional bleached cheesecloth as well. So in just a moment, we will show you exactly how to brew cold brew at home. So here we have the cheesecloth laid out. This is actually half of the package. So you want to be sure that you have a double layer of the cheesecloth just to prevent any of the grounds from escaping and polluting your cold brew concentrate. So you're going to take your ½ pound of coffee, dump it into the double layer of cheesecloth, and then you're going to carefully bring all the sides up into a bunch. And you want to bring it all together to ensure that all of the grounds are indeed enclosed inside the little coffee pouch. And then you're going to take either a piece of string or a rubber band, and you're going to tie it around the top of your coffee bundle. And it's important to leave room for the grounds to expand during the brewing process, and this will just ensure that all of the coffee flavors are extracted. So as you can see, there's several inches for the grounds to expand. And when we go to pull out these grounds, you will notice how much they did indeed expand. So it's very, very important that you leave plenty of space. So next, you just drop your little coffee bundle into the empty pitcher. All right, so now we have the coffee in the little bundle inside the pitcher. And we're slowly going to pour 1 gallon, or as close to a gallon as you can fit into the container, of cold filtered water. You want to be sure that all of the grounds get saturated. So after you get all of the water in here, you just want to bob the bag, the bag around a little bit just to ensure that it does indeed get immersed in the water. And then you're going to put a lid on it, and you're going to leave it on the counter for 12 to 15 hours out of direct sunlight. And after the 12 to 15 hours, we're going to come back, pull out the bag, and then the coffee will be ready to serve. Counter for around 14 hours. So now it is time to remove the coffee bundle. So we're just going to pick up the cheesecloth and squeeze the grounds, because as you can see, the water is still immersed inside the grounds, and we want to be sure to get all of that flavor extracted from the coffee grounds inside the cheesecloth. If you do composting at home, you can take the wet grounds and add them to your composting pile. Coffee is actually a really good fertilizer for summer plants. And if you do not have a composting pile, you can just throw it into the garbage. So now our cold brew coffee is ready to serve. So it is a good idea to either stir or sort of shake the pitcher before you pour it over the ice. That's just because sometimes the flavors settle on the bottom, and you want it to be sure that they're all evenly distributed throughout the iced coffee. So now you just pour it over a full cup of ice and impress your friends and family with cold brew iced coffee at home.